York County, WBTV, officials have released the names of 3 deputies and a police officer who were shot while searching for a wanted man in York County Tuesday morning. During a press conference, the York County Sheriff's Office said deputies responded shortly after 10 p.m. Monday night to a domestic violence-related incident at a home on Farrier Lane, which is located outside of the city of York. Before deputies arrived, the alleged suspect, identified as 47-year-old Christian Thomas McCall, reportedly ran from the home on foot. He was wanted for allegedly assaulting a woman at the home, deputies said. York County K-9 officers were then called in to track McCall, shortly after 1 a.m. Tuesday morning. Deputies say McCall fired shots, ultimately striking K-9 handler Sgt. Randy Clinton. Sgt. Clinton was then taken to Piedmont Medical Center in Rock Hill. Clinton, who has been with YCSO for 34 years, is expected to be okay. Sources say Clinton was shot in the hip. The K-9 was not struck by the gunfire. With the assistance of several law enforcement departments including Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police, Emergency Medical Services and fire officials, a search ensued for McCall. During the search, deputies said McCall allegedly fired more shots, injuring 3 officers. Those officers were identified as YCSO Detective Mike Doty, YCSO Sgt. Buddy Brown, and York Police Sgt. Kyle Cummings. Doty, who has been with YCSO for 12 years, was reportedly in critical condition Tuesday afternoon. York County Sheriff Kevin Tolson said in a press conference at 1:45 p.m. that Sgt. Doty was hanging on to life. "We've had a lot of support, texts, calls, emails. We appreciate the public's support for our officers," Sheriff Tolson said. "We need your continued prayers for our department." Sgt. Brown and Sgt. Cummings are both expected to be okay. A GoFundMe account, which you can find here, has been set up to help the injured officers with their medical bills and recovery. The sheriff's office said McCall was also reportedly shot during the incident as well. He was taken into custody and brought to Carolina's Medical Center, Maine. According to the York County Solicitor, McCall is being charged with 3 counts of attempted murder for the shootings of Sgt. Clinton, Sgt. Brown, and Sgt. Cummings. He will also be charged with possession and use of a firearm during the commission of a violent crime and first-degree domestic violence. The solicitor said it was too early to file charges in connection with Doty's shooting, citing his critical condition. There was an active crime scene near the intersection of South Paraham Road at Charlotte Highway in York as law enforcement investigated. "We can really use your prayers and we can really use your thoughts right now for those officers," deputies said. Deputies say the York police officer was a member of the SWAT team. 2 officers were flown to CMC Maine and another was taken to the same hospital by a vehicle. Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police assisted in blocking all of the roads heading towards Carolina's Medical Center, Maine following the incident. The CMPD aviation unit was requested by York County. 2 assistant officers also assisted in blocking all roadways to Carolina's Medical Center. The 3 deputies who were shot were either in surgery or awaiting surgery Tuesday afternoon, the sheriff's office said. York Police Chief Andy Robinson said Sgt. Cummings was out surgery and is expected to be okay. "We really could use your thoughts and prayers from members of the community for that officer and his family and all members of the York County Sheriff's Office family," YCSO PO Trent Farris said about Sgt. Doty. Officials with the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division said a sled helicopter was shot at during the incident. The helicopter was struck in the rear stabilizer but the pilot continued to fly, according to officials. Digital Extra, aerial view of where law enforcement officers were shot. Charlotte Fire Communications tweeted that they also helped York County deputies during the incident. There was an outpouring of support for the York County Sheriff's Department and York Police Department following the incident. Please keep the York County Sheriff's Office, York Police Department and their families in your thoughts and prayers. We are so thankful for these men and women who risk their lives every day to serve and protect. York County SC Gov at York County Sheriff January 16, 2018. Please pray for the York PD officer and York County Sheriff's deputies who were shot early this morning. York Police Department. At York PD January 16, 2018. South Carolina Gov. Henry McMaster thanks the officers involved for their service and sacrifice. Words can't describe the sorrow in our hearts waking up to the news that 4 law enforcement officers in York County were shot while responding to a call this morning. We are grateful for and humbled by their service and sacrifice. 1. Henry McMaster at Henry McMaster, January 16, 2018. Peggy and I ask that you pause with us today to say a prayer for the officers, their families, the York County Sheriff and Police Departments, and the entire York County community. 2 halves. Henry McMaster at Henry McMaster, January 16, 2018. SLED was called in to investigate, which is proper protocol following an officer-involved shooting. The Sheriff's Office did not say whether they had criminal issues with McCall in the past. Copyright 2018 WBTV. All rights reserved.